Alright, so next we have problem number 5 here, and it's asking us to write a non-fruitful function, draw equilateral triangle or equitriangle, pass in a turtle and size, which calls draw poly from the question above to have its turtle draw an equilateral triangle. So if you have not done draw poly up here, which I did, then I don't think that I saved, so I'll have to quickly rewrite that, but I think I remember what it was. Anyway, it's going to have it draw a equilateral triangle. Okay, so what we want to do is define, well, let's import turtle first. And we want to quickly redefine draw poly, which took a turtle and the number of sides and the length of the side. So there we go. Uses turtle t to draw polygon, draw sided polygon of length, side length. There we go. Edit my period. Okay, and then it was for I in range sides, range sides, and we want the turtle to go forward side length and to turn left 360 divided by sides degrees, and that should function correctly. Let's quickly throw in a main function and do all of our usual stuff. So sorry if you get tired of seeing this get typed out over and over again. It is important to get used to using these functions. Oops, not like greens. We'll keep using Alex as our turtle. Kind of attached to him now. Give him color hot pink like we have used before. And I'm going to set his pen size to our usual 3 and his speed to, let's speed him up a little bit, let's say 6. Okay. Put in my call to main at the bottom, and then just go ahead and have Alex, go ahead and use draw poly to make sure that it is still working correctly. So we'll draw a square with side lengths of 50 and make sure that we include our exit on click function so that it doesn't just disappear when we run it. Alright, so he draws a square just fine. He draws our equilateral triangle just fine using that. So what we'll do is then define draw equitriangle. So if you've done draw poly, you already have draw equilateral triangle finished. And they asked us in the definition here to use turtle as a variable here. Obviously it doesn't matter. You can use whatever variable you think is appropriate for your arguments, for your parameters up here. We've been using t before. They asked us to use turtle, so I'm just going to use turtle. And then we're going to say uses turtle t to draw equilateral triangles with, sorry, we'll just say of size. We could probably get more specific than that, but for a function this tiny, I don't think it super matters. And then what we're going to do is just call draw poly and pass in turtle to draw poly and pass in 3. We can hard code that because this function just draws equilateral triangles, so we can just pass in 3. And we'll pass in size for side length. So what we're doing here is we're just calling this function that we wrote up here and passing in our parameters from this function into the argument slots for this function and hard coding this argument slot. That's all we have to do. So now we can just replace this call to draw poly. We can instead call draw equa triangle and get rid of the side function, and it will draw exactly the same thing. So it's that easy.